this person have. Like, man, I want to learn. If you guys are ready, hey, let's kick it. You know,
Alright,
let's start. Let's get it. So,
it.
welcome. So, go ahead and it's the way.
Hi, my name is Halima, and I'm here to speak about relationships.
Absolutely.
And I'm not here to advise you, but I'm just trying to give you.
Oh, I need
idea.
advice.
You need the advice?
Yes,
Okay.
I need it.
All right, then we can do that.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can give the advice.
Okay.
So what do you want to speak about relationships?
Yes, relationship is first. That's what we're gonna go off because you see like a lot of homes right now, especially like this new generation. It's really broken.
Right.
Because they don't really have like someone to go to or people to advise them or like even
People
let's
to
say
talk to and stuff?
yeah like even if you have like a father that actually tell you, hey, this is what you do with your household, and
Yeah.
even the man too, not just the girls, you know what I mean? So the boys, the men, they supposed to like go to their fathers, right? And actually like ask about what should I do, what can I do
To better my relationship.
yeah, so how can I continue and keep it stronger? So please like tell us, we really
Well,
want to know about your perspective.
Okay,
so.
a lot of times we look at I feel like it's about communication.
Right.
When two people don't understand each other and there's like there's fights,
Right.
it can be like communicating. I feel like communication is really important in a relationship because if you're not gonna, if you have a problem with that person,
Right.
or if you feel like there's something that you should address, you should address it to that person.
Right.
So with your spouse, right?
Right.
If I feel like something that you said hurted my feelings, if I feel like something that you did I didn't like,
Right.
I will come to you and I will address that issue.
As you should.
Because I don't want it to escalate.
Right.
Because if I let it escalate, it's gonna get worse. So if I address that issue, you may not think that it was an issue,
Right.
because we both have our own way of thinking. You
Right.
know?
True.
So I will come to you and I'll address that issue and tell you how I feel.
You feel right.
So when I tell you how I feel, then you would take into consideration.
True.
Okay, you know what? I didn't know you took it that way.
Right.
You may think like that,
Right.
But if I don't address that issue, you don't know what's going on with me. So then I'm mad. You don't know why I'm mad.
Right.
You may not think that what you said made me mad.
Right.
So now
So
I'm mad.
everything is okay to me.
Yes, everything's
But
okay
then
to
for
you.
you,
But for me, it's not okay because I'm not saying nothing.
And then
So-
the problem
And
increases.
it just increases and it just escalates. It just gets more and more. So and when that problem gets more,
Right.
there's an issue.
True.
Because now you guys gonna have that like, you know what? I'm gonna think like, you know what? You don't care about me
True.
because you said this to me and you're not seeing that. How are you gonna see it if I'm not addressing the issue?
It, right. Right.
And that's the problem. And a lot of times, we look at social media.
Right.
Like we see this person is getting all these gifts, this presents, this beautiful thing. We see it, right? And when we see it, we tend to want that.
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh, this person is getting treated this and this way. I want that too for myself. Okay, but do you know what that person is going through?
Right.
Behind the scene?
You don't.
You don't know what that person is going through behind the scene.
You just see
They're
the
probably
beauty.
showing you what they have that moment.
Or maybe this what it
Are
should
you,
be.
are you
done.
sure? Right? Are you
Right.
sure? Are you sure they're happy?
I
Just because
don't
you
think
see
so.
that present,
Right.
to you, you're like, oh, you see this person have all this gift, this thing, this that. I want that. Why? Society. Sometimes we tend to think that we tend to like look at society and want what they're doing, want like what others want. But we're not looking at what that like. What is it that I have in my house? That's good.
That's good.
You know?
Right. We're not looking.
You're not looking at your house. You're not looking at what you have in there. But you're just seeing what's outside. Listen, example. You see a person that's getting all this gift, and your man is talking to you in a certain way.
Right.
and he's respecting you.
Right.
But you're not looking at that.
You're not.
You're looking at this presence, this gift.
Social media.
You don't know. You
yeah.
don't know if that girl is getting that respect. You don't know if that girl
You
is
don't know.
going through that. You know, she having a good moment, good time.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like we tend to in relationships, we tend to want what others want, what others have,
And that's how we fall.
and that's how we fall. And I feel like a lot of times, if we have problems in our marriage, we should go to like a counselor.
Right.
That's Muslims counselor. And go to a counselor or a therapist, something that can really bring you guys back
Talk
together.
it out.
Or talk it out.
Yeah.
And see what is it that's bothering you and what is that's bothering that person. You know.
But we're not doing.
But we're not doing that.
That's what's
That's a
killing
lack of
us our own.
communication.
Yeah.
We're not communicating. You know.
And this is bad.
And it's really bad.
Yeah.
So, and okay, let's look at it this way. Say Islamically, our man, our husbands,
Right.
is the provider for the family.
True.
He's supposed to take care of the family household,
Right.
pay the bills. He has to do everything for the family,
True.
right? And he is doing his best.
Right.
And something happens to that man. Or say that he just gets in a situation where he's not able to provide for you anymore.
Right. What's
And then
next?
you're working.
Mhm.
So what are you gonna say? Oh, he can't provide for me. You have to leave me alone.
You can't.
No, because that short-term thing that happened to him, you're gonna leave that person. No, you have to be understanding
Right. And try to.
If you're the one that's working, that's there, you should be able to make sure that he's good and the family are good
Right.
till he gets back on his feet.
Back him up. Yeah.
And if you
Support.
leave him because now he's not providing, he's not taking care of you, then there's the issue because he was doing that.
Right.
Now he got to a point where he no longer can. Probably because he lost his job. Probably because something happened. You got to be considerate. You have to be understanding. But people don't look at it that way.
They don't.
They don't.
Right.
So there's a lot of topics about relationship that we need to address.
Oh yes.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
And
that's why we here for to address it more, like because our community they slacking on the relationship wise, big time. Even the guys, they have no idea what they have at the moment.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because when you first, you brought this young woman, to their parents' house, right? Home. And then you brought her somewhere that she don't have no idea of, right? And then what she expecting you to do, like?
Okay. So with that, and a lot of times what we do is, before you get married, right? You have to communicate.
Absolutely.
You have to talk about what is it that you want for yourself, and what is it that she wants for herself.
Absolutely.
So that if your goals align and what you want for yourself, and what she wants for herself is like kind of connects.
Right.
Then you can see a future there.
True.
But if you have different type of goals or future or mindset and stuff, and she does that, that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out.
You're not
They're
going
not going nowhere.
Right.
But if you see that and you still marry that person, you got yourself into that shoes.
Right.
You knew what you was dealing with, and you still wanted to be with that
You
person.
still staying
there.
For what?
And later on, you try to complain, but you knew that because you didn't address the issue, or you didn't set boundaries, or you didn't set standards.
Right.
There.
Right.
So, and with the man issue you're talking about, like we said, society.
True.
Women, male, society.
Right.
How we look at things. So we have something good in our life.
True.
Yeah. We don't see it.
We don't.
So we'll look outside.
Definitely.
We don't look at what's inside our house. Your woman's taking care of you. She's making sure you're good. You're taken care of and all that. Now it's like, oh, okay, now you got that. But now you went outside.
Yeah.
Searching for something, who knows, better.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Right.
But now you're getting yourself in trouble.
Right.
Because the thing that you're searching for,
right,
and you out there,
it's not even yours, right?
Yeah, and it may not even be better than what you have right now.
It's not. Right.
But you're not being grateful.
But Allah bless you with this thing.
Allah bless you.
Can you see it?
Right. Can you see it?
Right.
And sometimes you tend to not look at that. We're not looking at that. And how you think and how I think is two different ways. Two different whatever. Yeah. So it's like you may think okay, you know what? this person, you know, is gonna be there forever. You know,
Right.
she's taking care of me. I can just apologize tomorrow, whatever happens. If I go outside, find whatever I want to find, I'll just apologize. Okay, your apology is accepted.
Accept it, right?
Okay, but is it gonna be there? Is it gonna last?
No.
No, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over,
They'll get tired of it.
it's gonna get tiring.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna lose that thing.
It will come into the
It's
end,
gonna come
right?
back to you again.
Yeah.
And the thing that you was looking for, you was searching for, you was going
And
for.
you might not get
Now
it.
you might not get it.
So you're in the between one.
Yeah, you're stuck.
You lost both.
Now you lost both.
But what you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? So we gotta be thankful.
Mm.
And in our marriages too, what keeps our marriage strong is prayer.
Right, mashallah.
God, you know,
Yes.
you have to have Allah in your life. You have to have God in your life.
See,
You have to have
when a lot
knowledge,
of
the knowledge
people-
of Islam.
Right,
You have to have,
right.
because if you don't have the knowledge of Islam,
Mhm.
you don't know your rights
Yeah, well,
and wrong as a Muslim man and Muslim woman.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
a lot of times we tend to think, okay, you know, you're a Muslim as a Muslim woman, right?
Right.
Okay, you have to listen to your husband.
Mm.
Oh, why do I have to listen to him? For what?
Right.
Obviously, you're gonna talk like that because you don't know your rights as a Muslim woman.
True. Thank
You don't know.
Thank you.
You don't know
for
your
doing
rights.
that. Thank you.
And as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna talk to your husband. You're gonna say, okay, you gotta provide for me.
Right.
No, you're going 50-50 on that. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Because Islamically, you're the man. You're supposed to provide and care for that woman.
True.
So basically, you take care of that, right? Everything that's inside the house,
If
you
she
take care
say,
of it.
okay, let me help you
And
do that, then
if-
okay.
And nowadays, it's hard because,
They
it's
can
like-
provide.
yeah, if you don't have that like good job or whatever, it's gonna be hard. And you have to be understanding too.
Absolutely.
If your husband is trying and everything, you gotta help.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta help.
Oh, you have to.
You have to help.
And especially in this
It's like
society.
I understand,
yes.
like okay, I said have to, but
But you
if
really
you're
don't
loving,
have
yeah,
to,
if
but
you're
yeah.
considerate and if you love it of the person, of course you're gonna feel like, yeah, you know what, that's I have, I'm just helping him out because that's
Right.
my man,
True.
But it's like, to be honest, we covered a lot of topic here about
Right.
relationships, and we can go on like with one topic, we can go on forever.
Forever, yeah.
But we're just trying to cut down like some topics that we can talk about
Exactly.
over here.
Exactly.
And if you're interested in any of these topics and you wanna like further and you wanna learn more about it,
Oh yeah.
we can do that.
Man,
you know?
girl, I want to
So-
learn a lot from you. Man, this person is educated, guys. Like, y'all don't get it. Mashallah, but, when you, like, grown up, and at the other alka or duksiki gillian, and then teach you the right and the wrong, then, other bamarkas madahaso ning or careless amal miskadigaso, you know what I mean? You will know what's wrong and right, and then you try to do good by the example, you know what I mean? Like our prophets somehow, Nowadays, nobody even try to look back and be like the way of Islam, among,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So at the America Lokoi,
Mhm. They're
everybody
brainwashed.
doing whatever they want.
They're brainwashed.
So
It's called
had they-
brainwashed.
exactly.
Mhm.
Hadad duksi han kasabane
Mhm.
awalan sa barane desa hadis ka na mayo Quran kan o shal degi la fidi wala o ne la fisiri
Mhm.
fisir ka sa dad han ugayne
Mhm.
what it means, then ay dan ninki hal ning hadde hal to it will be twice hard for you to to live with that person
Mhm.
because the Quran can make you see it maidan orte adi iska kay bare
Mhm.
you learn yourself. Quran kan kila you learn yourself mela ad kukoiti mela ad rokte mela injede.
And the Quran also have like, say example, if you're going through a lot in life,
Right.
there's like different verses in the Quran that you read, and that can help you with that what you're going through.
Absolutely.
So there's some in the Quran that example like it states about, say, if you're going people that's like evil acts and evil things that's going through your life, or say like the whisper of the shaitan, or say people that's trying to do evil things to you,
Right.
you read those surahs, those verses
Yeah.
that you read, it will protect you. And the verses that you read, you can read it in the morning when you pray. Every time you pray, you can read it before you leave. You can read Ayatul Kursi, and you can read those
See,
verses
they want to hear that.
to
A
protect
lot of,
you.
of course, a lot of us out there, we don't know that. And then we have to address that. So even though I thought they were, or they were listening to YouTube and this and that, but maybe they'll forget, and they want someone to remind them over and over.
What really encourages me, so it's really hard, especially like nowadays. It's really hard.
Right.
In the society where we live in, it's really
Right.
hard because of what we see. But what really encourages me is listening to lectures.
Right.
Like I literally listen to like Mufti Bank. He's a very he's
Oh,
like
man,
my
he's-
motivator. Yeah,
he's
he's
my
like a
number one
motivator.
guy. Yeah.
Like he really encourages me
Absolutely.
to do better. You know,
Absolutely.
he gives us beautiful advices and he adds the verses of the Quran. He doesn't just say things and not have a backup for it.
Right.
And that really like pushed me more in life.
Oh,
you know.
mashallah.
So yeah, and I feel like with that, it's like I look at life like wow, you know, like this is
Well,
beautiful.
we have at least someone telling us or advising us
Yeah,
to do right
right.
through our journey. So we should know what was wrong, and then if we did some bad thing, then he already telling us, be like, hey, be nice with your husband, and do good by this person, and you might get good,
And
So, yeah.
a lot of times people don't have like a support system,
Right.
And like things like this, like right now with the talk we're talking, for them to hear this, they never had somebody that they can actually listen to or talk
Absolutely.
to, you know.
Absolutely.
So for them to hear this, like they're gonna have a different perspective, a different way of thinking.
True.
So and they can gain knowledge from this too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
And
another
about
thing
them
is,
for there, just listening to you, I'm getting knowledge from you. You don't even know, because I have to. You know what I mean? Because when I'm actually talking to someone, I'm not just listening just to listen. I'm listening to learn. You know what I mean? So when you have a lot things that I don't have, or it might be the same for you too, or something, but. When you say these type of things, and I'm like, wait, that's smart, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I get it,
Well, I came up from like a family that was like really about their religion, like about it, and they never played about us. Like they make sure that we're straight. We make sure that we need to know. We need to learn. Before I used to think like, oh my gosh, like, but and now if I think about it, I think about it, it's like wow, they did this because they know that they went through a lot in life, and they don't want to see me going through it when they went through.
Right.
So, and that just made me realize like wow, like. I actually learned things,
Exactly.
and whatever
And
I
you
was
thank
taught,
God for that.
whatever I was taught, I'm using it right now. I'm applying it, and the thing is, when you have that knowledge, you have to give it.
You have
when you have the knowledge,
spread
people
out.
need that. You have to spread it out, and like
You
if I'm
got
wrong,
it. You
can
can't
correct me.
keep it.
If I'm wrong,
no,
if you
are
correct
correct.
me, if you correct me,
Right.
I won't get mad about it because I will
It
listen
helps
to
you,
you.
right.
It's gonna help me. It's gonna help me better myself,
Mm.
So it's like it's a lot, and I myself went through a lot in life,
Yes, absolutely.
and I try to stay strong, and I'm staying strong until now.
Right.
And like I said, what keeps me going is my prayer and my closeness to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala.
Mashallah.
And that keeps me going.
That's what
So,
we all need.
Yeah.
Get closer to Allah is important in life, because we don't know us. We don't know where we came from. Like, I will say this over and over. I don't care how many times, because the first time, like, if you figured it out who you are, and then who your creator is, then you will know where you, like, what you are, and then what is your purpose.
Right.
Being here.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
Yes, because if you
You
don't
need
know
to
your
know your
purpose,
purpose of why you're in this world.
oh Lord,
And who created you.
right? Those
you
two
gotta,
things.
and for you to actually know that, it's not about, if you get to an age where you're mature enough, you can go search it for yourself online.
Right.
You can search it up.
Absolutely.
You can search that knowledge. Everything's on the internet.
Right. Now they make it easy for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You have to. So, I mean, it's crazy, because sometimes we just don't have that person. Like I said it before. To be honest, I'm thankful for my dad. You know what I mean? Even though when I was little, he wasn't there, like the way I wanted it. But when I kind of grew up, he kind of came closer.
I want to ask something, but you have to listen. being a single parent
Right.
is gonna be hard.
True.
So
I understood.
mhm,
Now growing up, I understood
mhm,
where that person was at that moment.
mhm.
So the struggle is real.
It is real.
So when you take care of like multiple kids, and your life is not even the way it's supposed to be, or
Mhm.
the way you wanted it to be. If you're not getting it, then you choose ways to make it easy for you.
Mhm.
So, and then I understood, but then alhamdulillah, so now he's in my life, and then I kind of learned a lot from him.
Mhm.
He kind of put me in a direction that, like, that I can focus.
Mhm. They can
He told me that things that I never like knew, like
Mhm.
about how you take care of your wife, how you take care of your kids, and yeah, we needed that.
Right. And a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times some people don't have that.
Right, right.
So even though we might have that,
Mhm.
others probably don't even have a parents
They don't.
like they can
True.
go to.
True.
Some people might not have that. So that's why we need to find like support system.
Absolutely.
We gotta
Absolutely.
go do our resources. We have to go do
Absolutely.
we have to search and find that.
Mhm.
And how are we gonna do that? It's everywhere. It's on the internet.
Yeah,
It's,
we
you
do a
can
lot, yeah.
you can make friends and stuff. You'll know what the good friends for you and
Right.
the bad friends for you.
Absolutely. Mhm.
So it's like, but we just need somebody we can actually talk to.
Mhm.
We need that. We all need somebody to talk to. We all
True.
need.
We all do.
Yep. We need somebody that we can vent to, talk to, and share our problems with. And we
Absolutely.
all need to be heard.
Mhm.
We need to be heard.
True.
And when you're going through a lot in life,
Mhm.
and when somebody is like, when you tell that person your situation or issue, and they're over there listening to you,
Mhm.
and you even feel good. You're like,
Yeah,
damn,
of
now I got
course.
somebody that can actually listen to me
Yeah.
and give me
Of
that attention that I was looking for
Mhm.
a long time ago.
Mhm.
So it's like it's a support system
Absolutely.
that some people need too, because
Absolutely.
not everybody have parents and not everybody have that the connection.
Mm.
So
Like what like you said you came background which was like a little bit hard or something, so but now how is everything for you?
so everything it's great, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And like me, I'm now a mother of
Mother of
three
three.
boys.
Wow. Boys?
And boys.
Yo, boys is tough to raise, right?
Yeah, it's tough, but
But it's a blessing at the same
very
time.
blessing, yeah.
Right,
Because
right.
hearing every day, "Mommy, I love you. Mommy, you're my best friend," makes me feel good,
That's
because
amazing.
I feel like when it comes to like kids, they don't know any better. It's like we don't know any better. Like until now we grow and we're still learning. They just need that love. They just need that security. They just need somebody that they can actually, like, when they're angry, they need to express their feelings. Like when they're expressing their feelings, you have to be understanding.
Oh,
Like
man.
you have to make sure that, okay, when they're angry, they scream, they yell. You're gonna tell them, like, okay, I see that you're frustrated. I see that you're angry. You have to, because they don't know how to say it.
Right.
You have to speak for them
You
and
got
how they
to.
feel. They have to. They have to be able to know how to
And calm them down.
how to speak about their feelings. And a lot of times you get mad when our kids tend to act a certain way. We get mad.
Right.
So me personally, the way I raise my kids, I don't do it like how I was raised before raised.
How
Like
did you get raised?
me.
Yeah.
I mean, I was raised in a good environment and mashallah, but it was more strict. So I don't be more strict on my kids like that, because we're in a world where there's like mental, there's
Oh, yeah.
and all that. So it's like we need to be there for our kids. We need to let them know that there's somebody there, especially your parents from your household, like your sisters. Take care. We're there for you.
Right.
They need to understand. They need to know that. So so I'm a mother of three boys, and I go to school. I'm a full-time student, and
What do you like? You
me?
in college?
So
now,
I'm in
right?
college.
Okay.
I'm in college. This is my second year of college.
What do you study?
Counseling.
Counseling, man. That's amazing. Look at you, man. Counseling. What? Hey.
Counseling.
That's what a lot of people need, actually. It's a
Counseling.
beautiful thing. Yeah.
Because I see a lot of things that needs to be addressed, and that needs to it's an eye opener for people, and I see like people that need somebody to talk to, and I feel like me having clients to talk to and listening to them and being there for them just makes me like happy,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's my purpose.
Hey.
To you know, because I know I have
You're in
a
the
purpose
right
in life.
place for
It's my
life.
purpose.
You're in the right
And
place.
and when you do good by people, Allah will do good by you.
Yeah.
So which
You
means
get good.
how you treat somebody,
Mm.
Allah will treat you 10 times better. Allah will bless you 10
Absolutely.
times better.
Absolutely.
You know. So it starts from the people,
Mm.
the
The
creation
family.
He created.
Right,
Allah,
okay.
the creation He created. If you can't treat His creation right,
Oh man.
then you're just
doing-
not
Yeah, you're not
doing-
it.
yeah.
Like
So
you're
when
not
you start off
understanding,
that,
right?
and you'll be in a good term, you know.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
but
That's
alhamdulillah,
amazing.
you know. Yeah, so that's what I'm going for.
Mhm.
It's my second year, and I also am I work full time.
Okay.
So yeah, I know. I don't know how to do it, but I did it.
I'm telling
I'm
you, you
doing
got
it.
a lot on your.
Sometimes when God puts you in a situation,
Yeah.
He does it for a good purpose and for a reason, you know.
Absolutely.
So they're like the reason why I actually got up and I said, you know what,
Let me do
I can
this.
do it.
Yeah, I can
You know,
do it. Right.
a lot of times we tend to think if you have kids you can't go back to school. If you have kids you can't do that. You can't do that.
I
Let me
mean,
break
some
it down
still
to
do
you.
it.
Let me break it down to you, okay?
Some do it.
Whatever you put your mind to, you
Right.
will do it.
Absolutely.
So if you sit there and say, I can do this,
Right.
if you had that mindset where you say you can do this,
And
you can do it.
Yeah.
You just got to take the step,
Yeah.
you know?
You just gotta put
You
action.
just gotta put, yeah. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be
not.
hard. But would you
Man.
rather see yourself suffer and
No.
not live the life that you're trying to live? Or would you go through that struggle
I
to
would
get to where
go
you're trying to
through
go,
that struggle.
get to where you're trying to get to?
I will go through that.
See? So
Yes.
in life, we're trying to take the shortcuts,
Right.
you know, to get to where
Right.
you want.
Right.
When you take the shortcuts, you're not going to
You're
succeed.
not gonna get nowhere.
So you got to start from the bottom
Absolutely.
to get to the top.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be struggles,
Right.
there's going to be sacrifices, and there's going to be a lot that comes with that.
Mm.
So
But the result is good.
the
though.
result at the end,
Mhm.
hey, you'll
It's
be
good.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, you'll be happy.
Absolutely.
Me, I thought I was like, I can't do this. No,
Yeah.
man, I'm not doing this.
Right.
And then as soon as I got into that,
Yeah.
I was like, well,
This
I'm
is
doing
easy.
it.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Me, that thing.
Mashallah.
Hey, I was
No.
actually strong.
I'm telling you, they make you strong.
Yeah, they make you strong.
Yeah, but
So-
some people might what? They more like all the meal deal let's give me.
Yeah, see?
You know, and
So,
then
and
yeah.
another thing,
Mm.
Allah gives you, when you were getting that child, right?
Mm.
You brought this child into this world.
Absolutely.
How? You did what you did.
You
and
did
brought
what
this
you
child
did.
in this world.
Right.
And when Allah give you that child,
Mm-hmm.
that child is from Allah to you.
Yeah.
And you got to raise that
It's a
child.
gift to it.
Allah wants to see how you're going to take care of that child.
Yes.
You know? And what knowledge you're going to give that child.
Absolutely.
You know? So, obviously, you know, you're going to teach your child to become a...
And
how
then
to become a
marquee,
good
inaan
gentleman.
it's like you rewriting your history.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that's a your childhood amalway. Adio aragoito so ma.
Mhm.
So it's like you have to learn from it.
Mhm.
You have to like, you know, step by step way because had the may you don't know markadi or like dali so ma.
Mhm.
And then what play you played and where you went, school, this and that. And then you just like boom, adio wintale sarakti. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got married, like what the heck am I doing here? So now you got a kid. So the kid is like a test
He's
for
looking
you.
up to you.
Yeah.
He wants, you know, now Allah is seeing how you're gonna take care of that child, how you're gonna raise that
Exactly.
child.
Right.
And we have to understand that we're not gonna be perfect the first
Not-
time.
not
If you're a
100%,
newly
right.
parent, you're not gonna be perfect.
But that was that's a lesson.
experience. You're
Yes,
learning.
yes,
You learn. You
absolutely.
learn as you go.
Yes.
With everything that you do, you learn as you go. You know. And then inshallah, you'll be a successful parent. You're gonna be a parent that's like, you know, later on your own kids will be like, wow, you know,
Get connected.
alhamdulillah, you know,
because-
and they feel that connection and they get connected to you,
yeah.
you know.
But if
And
you don't connect with your
with
kids,
your kids,
then
they're not gonna be able to share anything with you. They're
go
not gonna be
figure
able to,
out
yeah.
yeah.
So
That's
basically,
how they
what I'm
turn
trying to
bad.
say is,
Mhm.
make your kids like your friends.
Absolutely.
And when I say that, I mean like when you need to address something, when you need to talk to them.
Yeah,
Don't
be
be
friend
scared.
with them, man.
You know, don't be scared. When it comes to things that's not right, you still gotta address it. You still gotta
have
talk to them.
Yeah.
Because the more you talk to your kids and the more you connect with your kids, the more they feel safe
Hmm.
to come to you with any
Right.
problem that they're facing.
Any problem. Like
Anything
the outside
that they're
problem.
facing. Yep.
Yeah.
So sometimes we tend to like throw our kid. We tend to like, you know, not care about what they have to say.
Right.
And that's how your kids
And then
leads to
we
certain-
yell
yeah,
at
they
them
start, yep.
and Don't yell at with your kids. Like, don't yell at them.
Yep, don't stop. There's no
Yeah.
yelling is not gonna solve anything.
It's not.
Really
Talk to them. Like,
talk to them.
let them hear these words,
like why?
voice,
How
and
you?
then,
Okay,
yeah.
why do you feel? Why you feel how you feel about the way you feeling? Tell me how you feel. Okay.
Right.
I know sometimes they don't know how to express their feelings.
Right.
You know when
But they
somebody's
will
looking,
give you signs.
that's your child. They
will
give
give
you
you
signs. So they're not verbal. They can't say it. So when they're not verbal, you gotta see. You gotta talk. You gotta say, oh, okay. I see that you're angry. What made you angry? What made you mad? I'm mad because this and that. They'll talk to you.
They will.
You know.
Yeah.
And then now they know what mad means. Now they know what angry means. So later on, when they talking to you, they say, I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm gonna give you an example. With my child, the oldest one, when he's mad, when he's angry. Like, it could be anything. He grabs a toy from his brother because his brother took the toy from him. You know? So now he's angry, he's mad. And he starts screaming. So I go to him and I literally stay on my knees to him. I don't stand up talking to him standing up. I be on my knees. I be on my knees. Yep. So he can see me and I'll be able to talk to him.
Yeah, don't talk down on him.
Yeah, not down on him. Now he's gonna look at you like, yeah, he's giant thing.
Right.
But yeah, so I asked him, you know, I was like, what's happening? Like, I saw what happened. What's going on? He said,
you want him to tell you.
Yeah, I want him to tell me, you know?
Exactly.
You know, he said, you know, he took, you know, my brother took my toy. Jabril took his name, Jabril took my toy away from me. And I said, so you're upset because your brother took your toy.
Right.
So I tried to, like, explain it to him.
Right.
I'm upset because your brother took away your toy, right?
Detail by detail, right.
Yeah. So it's like, you're talking to them. You're communicating with them.
Right.
You're having them, like, express their feelings. So later on, they'll be able to talk and say that.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't want to look at the
Yep. Now, the fact that you're building that trust and that communication,
right.
then later on they'll be able to come to you and tell you everything. Now I'm their best friend.
That's it. Hey, there you go.
So it's amazing.
There you go.
And we covered a lot of topics today. Like, you know, we covered a lot of topics. So we went based on every topic. So if we need to get in depth with any other topics.